Of July 3rd in 2022 news article is as Russia steps up attack, Belarus says intercepted missile strike by Ukraine. Ukrainian city Mykolaiv you have to see in the map, and also which is the region borders which you see that is a Black Sea port of Odisha. Okay. The Ukraine Russia dropped white phosphorus on Snake Island. This article talks about Ukraine's army has accused Russia of dropping incendiary white phosphorus on Snake Island on Friday. White phosphorus, which produces thick white smoke, which has a garlic like odor, which can melt deep into the flesh when the phosphorus lands on skin and causes severe burns. While controversial, it is not considered chemical weapon because it causes harm by burning at a high temperature rather through the toxic properties. Okay. Next article talks about China's top diplomat visit Myanmar amid opposition protest. Um, Chinese foreign minister will join the counterpart from Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam in meeting of Mekong Cooperation in the central city of Bagan, UNESCO's World Heritage Site. The grouping is a Chinese-led initiative that includes the countries of Mekong Delta, a potential source of regional attention due to the increasing number of hydroelectric projects that are altering the flow and rising concerns of ecological damage. China has built 10 dams along the upper stretch of Mekong. China is Myanmar's biggest trading partner and an old ally. Beijing has invested millions of dollars in Myanmar's mine, oil and gas pipelines and other infrastructure as its major arms supplier together like Russia. Next article that we are moving into is all about two divided democracies. This article talks about a survey conducted by Pew Research Center between March 7 March 13 2022 found that 61% majority of US adults said abortion should be legal in all or most cases. 37% were opposed. Democrats and Democratic leaning independent supports abortion. 80% Republican and Republican leaning independent oppose abortion. What matters is what do justice of US Supreme Court hold that Constitution says. The US Supreme Court held that right to abortion is a part of liberty protected by several provisions of the Constitution, including due process clause in the 14th Amendment. On June 24, 2022, Dobbs vs. Jackson Women's Health Organization by majority, including all three Trump appointees of 5:3, Supreme Court held that Constitution does not confer a right to abortion. The court said the authority to regulate abortion is returned to the people and their elected representative. But the people here does not mean all the people or all adults or all voters. Peoples here means people divided by states, and their elected representative means legislators elected by electorates of different sizes from constituencies that had been carved out to suit the partisan political interest. Many rights threatened. America is divided as never before since at least the Civil War. One half of the 50 states are expected to make or affirm the laws that will practically outlaw abortion, and the other half will allow abortion until second the trimester. Millions of American women will be denied the right to abort an unplanned or unwanted child, a rapist child, or a child whose seed was stored by incest, child that was mother cannot afford to bring into the world or feed, the child that will not get any love or care. US Supreme Court's judgment is terribly flawed because the judgment, to the great shock of legal scholars, rests on the argument that Constitution makes no references to abortion. For example, the right to privacy is not mentioned in the US Constitution. Racism and race discriminations are deeply rooted in the Americans' history and tradition. Contraceptions will not allowed. Sexual relation between two peoples of the same sex will be criminal offense. The state's law will apply only to the residents within the territory of the state. The law will have no extra territorial operation. The pregnant woman can go to a pro-abortion, this abortion state, and get fetus aborted. The federal executive or a charity can fund the travel of women who desires or needs an abortion. The errors in Dobbs is that it placed the right of a state above the right of the individual in the matter of intimate concern to the individual, but of little concern to the society of the state. Thankfully, Supreme Court of India has located the right to abortion in the right to privacy as well as the right to life and personal liberty. In India, law allows medical termination of pregnancy up to 24 weeks of gestational age. Therefore, thereafter, an opinion, two medical practitioners after satisfaction of one of many conditions, including the condition the continuation of pregnancy would result in grave injury to woman's physical or mental health. After abortion was made legal, numerous surveys have found that ability of a woman to study or work had increased significantly. Dobbs has revived the fault lines in America. America stands divided. Next article that we are moving into is all about the foundation of free and fair election, how Rajya Sabha poll came to be open ballot. This article talks about foundation of free and fair election is a secrecy of ballot. So Rajya Sabha are unique in the respect of where voting is not secret. MLA elects their state Rajya Sabha MPs as the process stands now have to show the votes to their party's representative. However, an open ballot voting system is 2003 addition to our Rajya Sabha electoral system. The ethics committee solution eventually came from ethics committee of Rajya Sabha, which was set up in 1977, was headed by Rajya Sabha MP and former Maharashtra Chief Minister S.B. Chavan. In its first report in December 1998, the committee observed that money and muscle power played an increasing role in the Rajya Sabha election, suggesting that below. Okay, Arun Jaitley, the law minister at the time, introduced a bill in the parliament to amend the law relating to a Rajya Sabha election with an open voting system and the removal of domiciliary requirements for contesting the polls. The court overruled this contention and held that the law to be constitutional. It reasoned that the secrecy of ballot is a vital principle for ensuring free and fair election. The higher principle, however, is free and fair elections and purity of elections. If a secrecy becomes a source of corruption, and then sunlights and transparency, they have the capacity to remove it. But an open ballot has not helped bring purity to Rajya Sabha election or stopped party candidates from losing. A common response of these parties, as evident in the recent Rajya Sabha election, has been to herd their MLA to hotels and resort to prevent poaching. Next article that is all about, that's all for the today. If you like the video, please do share, like, comment and subscribe. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Have a nice day. Thank you.